Not interested. Nah, that joint's whack. I mean, they tell you one thing to get you down there. Yeah, you get down there. You're a great. You was one of the few that got. I don't know. God darn. I read the instructions talking about a business professional. I'm worrying about what I'm wearing. I could have wore my goddamn Casablanca sweatsuit down that joint. There wasn't no dude down there looking like me except the guy who was talking to me. At least I made a connection with him, see if he could play sax. Have him come to the studio, we can do some work together. But yeah, man, I'm like, yo, what the snip snap is going on? I said, she told me one thing, you telling me a whole nother thing. Yeah, it's this. I said, well, it's kind of jacked up enough that you got to work 7:30 to 5:30. Like 8 hours is 7:30 to 3, right? 8 to 4, 9 to 5, right? Nobody working no 10 hours. What am I going to be doing for 10 hours? Doing in any situation, whether I'm training, whether I don't care what I'm doing. I'm not working no freaking 10 hours. And then she told me, oh, well, all the sales are done. All you have to do is close on the sales. So I said to him, well, I just said the sales are already done. He's like, yeah, they're done. But, you still got to go. And you got to get contracts. And, for every contract you get this. I just imagine what they getting. And he said, if you find a when he said this, I knew it was a multi-level marketing joint. He said, so what it is, once you close a contract, that's your contract forever. I got that. I ain't got no problem with that. But I'm not working 10 hours a day for 6 days. I'm like, no, bro, I'm not giving him my limo job. That just ain't happening. I can work 7 days. I can work 5 days a week here, and I'm doing 2 on the weekend with the limo company. I can do that. I said, but bro, I barely got any sleep last night, because when I got done a limo company, I'm like, man, I ain't getting home till like 10:15. I ain't getting to bed till 12, even though I tried to get into bed by 11. I ain't getting to bed till 12. I'm like, yo, man. And then I woke up in the middle of the night, had to pee, and then get back to sleep. I don't know if I got either 3 hours or 4 hours sleep. Every now and then it's good to just get 4 hours sleep and get up. I got that. I feel rejuvenated already, really, since I had my smoothie. I feel kind of rejuvenated, but I'm sure probably around 3 o'clock, it's going to be a wrap. I'll be ready to take a nap somewhere. So now I said, look, man, I'm going to be real with you, man. I'm not going to waste anybody's time. I'm not going to waste your time. You ain't going to waste my time. And I'm not going to do that. Let me get out the way. You got a lot of people out there. Let them come back here. And let them. It's for some young bucks who ain't got nothing to do. They can do multi-level marketing. And I can see where it would kind of help them, because multi-level marketing can be lucrative depending on what business you're in. They're in the energy business. But the presentation, his presentation was jacked. I ain't like the presentation. And I ain't like the fact that I heard one thing, and then when I get down there, it's a whole different scheduling. I knew she said it got to be in 8:15. I said, well, bruh, I mean, at least 8 to 6 was like, okay. But 7:30 to 5:30 is really the same thing. I'd rather get up a little bit later to get there than to come down Broad Street. But the good thing about coming down Broad Street, I think, even if it was earlier, there's not that much traffic. So it only take me roughly around maybe, I don't know, probably less than 30 minutes to get down there. Because I'm straight shot from Broad Street anyway. Once I go down Cheltenham Avenue, make the left, right on Broad Street, it's a straight shot for me anyway. It's not really a big deal. It's just a straight shot. To get to Fairmount, then bada bing, bada boom. And then we down to Jazzy Jeff Studio. But for the most part, I said, bro, I can try to do 5 days, but I've been working 11 to 7 for the last 10 years at SEPTA, and now I'm working my hours is 12 to 8. I'm not getting up early in the morning. I'm not getting up early in the morning like that. Because talking about, well, like people get off at 5:30 so they have a life. The problem with that is I gotta get 78 hours. You're not gonna get 78 hours sleep. If you get off at 5:30, right? 6:30, 7:30, 8:30, 9:30. You gotta be in bed by 9:30. That's only 4 hours. I mean, you got a life, but I mean, I guess 4 hours, but it's still going to take you an hour to get home on the average. So you say 4:30. Them poor people don't have no cars. They catching buses maybe. So now it's 5:30 to 6:30. I'm looking at getting off at 6 and being home by 7. Well, they give you 3 hours to have life. Nah, man, you got to keep in travel time. I don't know who they're going to get to do that. I guess they got themselves to do it, but it's a multi-level marketing situation. I'm not into multi-level marketing. Not my thing. I said I got a friend who did it with Prudential. Actually, I ended up calling the dude who ran that company. He said, "Man, we don't even do that anymore. Yeah, you shouldn't have to do it no more." I was wondering what was up with her, because she was talking about, "Oh yeah, you retired, you still working, you should be doing this." Well, unless she went with them, she ain't doing it no more either. Because I talked to the dude by accident, and he was like, "Nah, man, we're not even doing that anymore." So, multi-level marketing can be lucrative if you want to spend all your time out selling. I didn't want to be selling. I thought I was coming in as a closer. I thought I was coming. Everything is already done. All I had to do was just, all right, cool. Who we closing today? All right, we closing this company, we closing that company, we closing that company. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, let's go do it. No, I ain't starting all the way down no freaking bottom and then working my way up. Yeah, I can close. I know I can close. I can't get nobody to buy my music, but that's a personal thing. But if I got to get somebody to buy energy, like, electric or whatsoever, okay, look, I knock off $2 more for you a month. Overall, you're saving, let's just say you're saving $150 a month, because I knocked off $2 just to get your truck. I can do that. I can close. I know how to close. I know how to close with business people. I might not know how to close with people, that don't want to buy my music. That's fine. I can't do that. But everybody needs energy, and they basically work with energy. So if I can, and shoot, I just did that with T-Mobile. I switched over everything to T-Mobile. I got 2 phone lines, and I got the internet, and I'm saving almost $60, $70 a month from Xfinity. And now they were trying to get me back. Oh, well, no. Okay, you'll be back. I said, well, if I be back, I'll be back. But right now, I'm saving almost $70 a month. That's a lot of money for me. That's a bill. No, I'm not being back. I'm going to do the best I can with T-Mobile. And I got another business line too. Man, please. Let's stop playing with me. Stop playing with me, man. So yeah, multi-level marketing. They should have just said it's multi-level marketing. And I already said, well, nah. But I took that for, I said, well, look, at least I came down on faith. Told you I'm coming down. I came down here. It wasn't like I stood you up. And they had a whole bunch of people in there, man. But they ain't gonna go for that. Most of them like young people who barely got jobs. And the guy who interviewed me yesterday told me, well, I had mental problems, but now this. And I don't have no problem. Look, I had mental problems too. A lot of y'all got mental problems, but you just don't want to admit it. So, hold on. All right, I'm back. Had to get that call. So yeah, I'm like, man, shoot, y'all must tripping. It ain't working for me, But like I said, at least the homeboy. Did I pass my turn? Oh yeah, I got to do a loop around right here. Yeah, this homeboy is a sax player, so I'm gonna look him up, see what he had on Instagram. Like I said, he said, "Oh man, Jermaine Sax." He said Jermaine Sax. So I tell him, we can get together, man. I'm working on a new album. Come on over and let's just pop this album off. Know what I'm saying? But I'm not working not 6 days a week. I said, well, look, move it down to 4 days a week. But no, we're not doing 6 days a week. I don't care how many contracts I'm getting. And like I don't have a job. All them people there probably don't have no gigs. So they're hustling and bustling. Let them know don't go down this way because it ain't possible. Do not go straight. So I'm over here in Jersey, Gary, go to First Watch. Chilling, Reg. Hey, what number you call me on, bro? Because I didn't get I was able to check both my phones now. I didn't get a text message. So take down this number real quick. Let me know when you have a pen. Let me know when you have your pen, because I probably gave you the wrong number. And thanks again for that tip, bro. I appreciate it. Got a brother a nice meal that night. (215-930-6455). 215-930-6455. I think I said 9455 the other day. I didn't realize I looked at the video again. So yeah, 6455. Bada bing, bada boom. So what's up, cuz? I'm gonna go over here. I'm gonna get some breakfast. Cause once I got done the interview, again, wasn't my thing. Some young bucks to get out there and hustle and whatever, but I'm not working 10 hours a day for 6 days a week. That's not gonna happen. So yeah. We passed that up. I'm good, bro. I remember I got a pension and Social Security. I just need a little bit of money on the side. But I ain't giving up all my life to get it. Excuse the booger pool. Nose be itching. Nose be itching. All right, so let me jump in here with my kid. It's got to be in here. Where's me key? Oh, there it goes in my pocket. What? I'm gonna get back in the car. Hey, I'll talk to you later, bro. Text me. You got my number. Later.